of honor and privilege for me. Thank you very much. This is indeed a matter of honor and privilege for me that I get to not just represent my team, but all the esteemed colleagues of mine, the peacekeepers in Monusco, and especially my home country, India. And representing a country at such an international forum is just a feeling beyond description that I can say. So thank you very much. And well, the main motto of being an engagement platoon commander was to inspire people to do something different, to fight the norms that are actually existing. So, if you think in any conflict area, it's always the women and the girls who are, disproportionately affected. And our endeavor was always to reach out to them, to get to know the problems that are being faced by them, and highlight their problems. And beyond that, we also try to address whatever we could on our ends. A different step that we took from our end was educating the people about what all violations that can happen, what are the human right violations, and how to speak up for their, for their discriminations that was happening. And I think it is very important for today's world that the women, they start supporting each other, fighting those discriminatory norms that are existing in the society. And employment has a very big role to play when it comes to empowering women. At the same time, it is very important for the men, to support the women leadership in each and every sphere of the work that we do, and give, a gender perspective towards each and every field of life. Yes, so our basic mandate was the protection of civilians, which included having a situational awareness for the contingent commander, as well as getting to know the security concerns of the people who are affected, which include each and every one, the men, the women, the elderly, and the children. Beyond doing that work, we were involved in creating a lot of situational awareness for the people. So our main targets were first the women, whom we try to educate about what are their rights, especially with respect to the gender-based violence, the importance of education for women, the importance of employment for women. We focused a lot on the health issues of women, which included the child care, which included the health and hygiene of the women. We also focused on a lot of training for the youth, which included the employment, the education, the environment, and fighting for the discriminatory laws which were there. Another thing that we did in our mission was carrying out various skill development cadres for the people. For the women, we had baking and the tailoring cadre, and we targeted almost 20 to 25 women at one time. For kids, we used to have self-defense and English training cadres that we conducted. And for the youth, we tried to involve them in the light motor vehicle repair cadre. So it was not just giving an awareness and the strength to the people, but it also helped us to create a focal point for ourselves, so that we could reach out to people at the times when it was not feasible for us to move out. So it was a multi-directional report for us. Well, as I brought out earlier, if we talk about any conflict, the major chunk of the population who gets affected is the women and the girls. And once you increase the number of women peacekeepers, you increase a reach out to that section of the society. Women, as you know, in fact, not just women, everyone in the society is more comfortable talking to women representatives. So we try and get the perspective of each and every one out there in the society. And if you increase and employ the women in the right role, I think that will help us in reaching out and then addressing the problems of all those who are in conflict. And maybe, yes, we also can act as a role model for the society, where people can see how women and men, they work together in order to bring a positive change in the society. So it's a very good initiative that has been taken, and we look forward to more such contribution by the women peacekeepers out there. Well, when I joined Army, I was very much inspired by the instructors that I had, because all of them, I've seen them, being a part of United Nations. And ever since I was in school, I've read about UN peacekeeping. From that time only, I wanted to be a part of United Nations. I never thought that this is how I'll get to be a part of United Nations and work for the humanitarian cause, such a great cause. So yes, ever since I joined Army, I wanted to be a part of UN peacekeeping. And the day the interview came, I was really happy, very excited, and especially getting a challenging mission like Monusco and that too getting an appointment like the engagement platoon commander, where you get to directly interact with people, get to know their problems, and do your best to serve the people. I think it's a feeling, I cannot express it, how grateful I am to get this opportunity and to work for it, and make some change in the life of the people. Thank you. Well, my only message is it's very important in today's world to be responsible human beings. I would say that everyone can do good for themselves, but when it comes to doing good for others, and the reward that you get is just exceptional. So I think everybody should have something up their sleeves, a aim in life, right? To do something which is beyond a personal reason, and it can be anything. It can be for the environment, it can be for the humanity, it could be uplifting somebody's voice. It just have a purpose in life which is beyond what you want to do, and there is no shortcut to things, right? You have to work hard towards it. Every day has to be challenging, but the reward is really worth it. I would say India is a culturally rich and a diverse place. So once we came to Monesco, and I had a team with me that I have to prepare. So you have to make the people understand the cultural differences, the traditions, the history of the place. You need to tell them that these are the people who are traumatized. They've seen things in life, right? So you have to tell them how to empathetically interact with each and every person. So I would say, just because I was coming from India and all my troops belonged to different regions of the country, it was not a challenge for me. It was very smooth transition for me, in order to make them understand how to go about, speak with people, break that ice with people, and to aid in collection of the maximum information that we could. So yes, of course, being from India, that really helped, and I'm really thankful for my entire team who has worked hard with me and help solve the purpose of people.